Libra 2021 live stream. We also have the exciting news that Pluto, our planet of transformation and deep psychological change, is going direct today as well, after a 5-month-long retrograde. This is excellent news for Scorpios, of course, because that is your ruling luminary, and it is also good news for Capricorns because Pluto has been stationed in the sign of Capricorn since late 2007. So this is getting us going for yet another forward transit with Pluto in Capricorn. I believe it is at about 24 degrees of Capricorn right now. It's been there quite a long time. It's still got a ways to go, guys. We're not going to be looking at Pluto leaving the sign of Capricorn until March 2024, I believe. Yes. So hope you guys are doing great. Good to see you in the chat there. Thank you for joining us today, tonight, wherever you may be. I'm just going to look at the astrology a little bit, guys, in my ephemeris here. I didn't print a full chart out for today, but I'm just going to take a quick peek. And yes, Pluto is at 24 degrees of Capricorn. And let's see, let's take a look at how much movement, how much progress it will make this time, because it will be direct for the next 7 months. Let's flip through our pages. Pluto will move up to how many degrees of Capricorn? It will get all the way to 28 degrees of Capricorn. And then in April 2022, at the end of that month, it will go back into that retrograde cycle again. So that is what we're doing. Pluto, of course, like I said, is the higher ruler of Scorpio. The initial ruler of Scorpio was the planet Mars, right? So Mars has the historical connection to Pluto. That is, to Scorpio, I should say. And that's why there's such an intensity. That's why, Aries and Scorpio, even though they might seem quite different, they do share that little historical link. And so I would say that, yeah, Pluto moving forward, good news for Aries too. That's not bad for them as well. But mostly what happens when these larger outer planets, and we're talking about the planets that are outside the asteroid belt, the separation is between Mars and Jupiter. And that's why, Mars inward is our more interpersonal planets and energies. And that's why those outside of that asteroid belt, from Jupiter on to Pluto, are our more, what I'd call the higher vibration. Those more ephemeral, ascended matters, right? That's the real separation there between those energies. So when Pluto goes direct, guys, we start to come out of hibernation when it comes to our own transformation, our own inner development and growth. We start to become more and more aware of certain ideas, attitudes, elements of life that symbolically need to die in order for other things to live and to come to birth. So Scorpio and Plutonian energy definitely deal with transformation, those huge heavy cycles of life, death, rebirth, sex, yes, and regeneration. That's why Scorpios very much get associated with sexual energy, because it is that process of life beginning itself anew. And it's really that phoenix from the ashes kind of energy. That's what Pluto, that's what Scorpio is all about. And so that's why we're going to be getting going with that. So Pluto being in the sign of Capricorn, guys, that's a really intense placement for it. It hasn't been there, it's about 250 years between those Pluto cycles. And many times when Pluto is in Capricorn, you study historical astrology, it does come with huge breakdowns of big institutions, banks, governments, and things like that. And if you look at what's going on in the world, it doesn't really, it's not a surprise, right? It's not a surprise to an astrologer, someone that follows these patterns of energy, because, that started in late 2007 when we're seeing so much of that change in the world and in ourselves, right? So that's our Scorpio energy. But the other wonderful thing, of course, that's happening today, which is a much lighter and less far-ranging transit, is the new moon in Libra. The new moon cycles are beautiful, guys. They start a 2-week cycle every month that begins greater progress, greater movement, greater forward, you know, oomph. It just gets us going. And so when the new moon is in the sign of Libra, what we are looking at is a lot of new beginnings and new balance in our personal relationships, because Libra is that partnership sign. It rules all of our one-on-one relationships, whether it is romantic, business, friends, family. It rules contracts. It rules agreements. It rules those legal things that you put into writing, because Libra is the scales of justice and the law as well. There are many lawyers and people that practice the law born under the sign of Libra. Funny enough, you know, Gandhi, before he became a peaceful activist, he was studying law, and he was a famous Libra. So it's really not unusual for Libras to be interested in the way that the law works, because they're very, very connected with those realms of justice, balance, fairness, things working out the right way, right? So that's what we're really looking at. The next 2 weeks is going to be very much about building or rebuilding, mending fences in our relationships, and it is about coming into balance in different areas of your life. So be aware of that. We kind of get a 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off kind of thing when it comes to those lunar cycles. And David just popped into the chat. Yes, Aries rising. So if you've got an Aries rising in your natal chart, that means Libra is on the descendant, because Libra is the balance of Aries. So you are Aries rising, also called the ascendant. Therefore, it's a Libra descendant. Oh wait, no, you're an Aries moon. Aquarius rising, so you're a Leo descendant, right? So that would actually put that Libra sign into your 9th house. That's a good place for it. That's a great place for it. So there you go. There's an Aries rising. Indigo chrysalis there, tarot. Yes, welcome to the chat. And yeah, so if you have an Aries rising, that puts Libra on the descendant. And so yeah, relationships are a big deal, and this new moon will really highlight that for you. It's okay, David. You're new. You're still learning. It's fine. So anybody that's ever interested in getting a little bit deeper into astrological patterns, transits, if you're a student of astrology, there's different companies that make these kind of, you know, astrological pocket planners. They're very helpful. You can just go day by day and see what's happening. And so, yes, you know, we have that wonderful new moon in Libra today, and the Pluto direct. So it's a very good energy. I'm really happy about it. Next week is my week. I'm a Capricorn, and Saturn, my ruling planet, will be going direct. Very exciting time of the year, because we've got 3 biggies coming out of hibernation. We've got Pluto, then Saturn, and then Jupiter the week after that. So there's a lot moving and shaking this month, bringing us out of stagnation and pushing us forward into greater movement, greater energy building up for us, the momentum coming, right? So I'm really happy about that, because I almost feel like, you know, for those of us that are ruled by a planet that does that retrograde thing, and they all do, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, all 5 of those guys. So if you are a Capricorn, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Pisces, or Scorpio, you all have your ruling planet going direct almost half of the year, and then retrograde almost half of the year. So it's a real on-off kind of thing. And so I always notice it, especially when we're winding down that Saturn retrograde. Me, little Capricorn, I feel it. I'm like, it's like I'm walking through molasses. It's like, why is nothing moving? And I'm like, oh, it's Saturn. Yes, so it definitely, I feel it. I think it really does affect us. So definitely these are helpful to have in your arsenal of astrology articles and info. Yeah, always good to have. So guys, today we're going to be doing some quick new moon oracle readings for each sign. We're going to take a look at what's coming up with you know, each sign, each of the 12 signs for our new moon in Libra, and probably a little bit by proxy that forward movement in Pluto. Today on card decks, let's see what we'll be using. Put those out there for y'all. Today I'm going to be using the Spellcaster's Oracle. We will be getting a keyword affirmation for each one of our signs. I'm just going to toss these. I will be using the Moonology Lunar Oracle. Yes. And then I will be using the Queen of the Moon Oracle to clarify those Moonology cards. And I will also be doing our Making Magic, our mini inspiration cards, one of those for each sign. My allergies have been really bad, guys, so I'm not going to burn sage and sweetgrass right now. Instead, I am going to spritz some holy water and just use the tuning forks because, yeah, I'm really sniffly today. It's been raining a lot here. I've been staying in the house a little bit more the last couple of days, and when I do that, my allergies are horrific. Yuyi, good to see you in the chat. Silver Star, good to see you. Mucho, mucho amor to you too, sweetheart. I love it too, Indigo. That's a wonderful deck. It's very beautiful. I really enjoy Stacy DeMarco. Hey, sweet Scorpio, good to see you too. We got a lot of folks in here today. It's a busy energy day. It really is. Hey, Marie, good to see you. It says only 9 in the chat, but it feels like there's more. It does. It feels like more than that. Hey, Shanta! Welcome, welcome. Yes, we have Ragweed here too, Marie. My Shanta, my little Cancerian, she's got to show up for her moon readings. I know, Mercury's been insane. Yeah, Mercury is he's being fun. Yeah, I will mention that, guys. Mercury is still in retrograde until the 18th in the sign of Libra. Yes, it is. It absolutely is. I've been feeling it. Yep, we're dealing with that. It's fun. It's fun. Hey there, Mary. Good to see you. So tonight, folks, happy birthday to any Libras that are out there watching the stream or watching this after the stream. Thank you so much for being here. I hope your birthday has been wonderful or will be wonderful as we go forward. I am going to start out with Libra tonight. I've had people put in their requests to do that, to start with the sign whose season we are in. So I'm going to start with Libra. And I think that's going to be super, super fun to do it that way. Yeah, you're welcome, Yuyi. I won't make you wait. We're not going to make you wait. All right. Libra, good to see you. Happy birthday. Happy solar returns to all my Libras. I hope you guys are doing amazing. This is going to be your reading for this new moon in Libra today that we are starting. This is for the next 2-week cycle of energy, and we're going to be looking at what is coming through from Spirit for our Libra folks out there. Before I get completely started, guys, if you haven't reached out and hit that subscribe button, please do that. I always appreciate it. If you haven't given it a thumbs up yet, please do that as well. That always helps this video get out into the algorithm. And if you're interested in a personal reading or would like to leave a donation to the channel, all those links and info are down in the description box below. All right, dear spirit guides, angels, beings of light, let's see what we have for our beautiful Libras for their new moon cycle starting today. Let's see what that is bringing through to them. Ooh, yeah, this is a big one. It's a big one. Forgiveness is coming through, and I think that this lines up so perfectly with not only the Libra new moon, but also with our Mercury retrograde still in your sign, because this is all about closure, letting bygones be bygones, releasing anything that's been heavy, whether or not you actually confront the person that, you know, that you need to forgive or let go of, because this is closure for you. This is peace of mind for you. This is cleansing, purification, and walking into a new reality. It's not about holding on to the things of the past. It's really about turning it loose so that you can have greater peace and greater happiness as you continue your life's path. Let's get into your oracle, past, present, future, around this new moon in Libra, please. Yes. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. So in the immediate past, the energy is gaining momentum, that waxing moon. And we are stepping into a waxing moon cycle. I feel like this last cycle was also a very busy time for many of my Libras. I think that y'all have been working hard. I know you've been working hard. I don't know a single Libra who's been taking it easy these days. But it's really going in a good direction to me. And I have a sense that you feel that too. You feel that too. You know that better things are coming. You know the energy is building. So don't give up. And look at this. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. On top of the energy gaining momentum, we have the card of boundaries. And Libra, I feel like you're learning, like this is what you're gaining. A big part of it as you do your walk is gaining an understanding of how to put those boundaries down, how to be very clear about what you will and will not accept from other people. Oh my goodness, that's a huge lesson for all of us, but for Libra especially. I would say Libra and Pisces the most because they tend to be the most accommodating in a lot of respects. In the center, present energy of this new moon for you is stepping out of your comfort zone, going towards that north lunar node. The north lunar node is a point in your chart that shows you where your life path is taking you. It's the future, the present and future versus the past, right? So this is really taking you to a new place. It's saying anything that you've been super comfortable in, Libra, you might need to break out of that. If there's something that you're afraid to do or some barrier or boundary that you're afraid to go over, or barricade, I should say, this is time to step out of it. And it's not so much that it's so uncomfortable. It's just that you know what your destiny is in your deep heart of hearts. And if you've been afraid to go there, this is encouraging you to do just that. So, beautiful. Ooh, I love all these cards. These are such perfect cards for Libra. Look at that with the peace. And we talked about peace that comes from forgiveness, peace that comes from enforcing your personal boundaries. Look at that. And it's funny. It's like stepping out of the comfort zone. And I think that for some of you, the comfort zone could have been just bending over backwards and giving everything to everyone all the time. And when you stop doing that, which is not always the most comfortable thing for you to do, but it's definitely the right thing for you to do. Once you do that, look at how much better you feel. The peace, the grounding, just that centered feeling like, Whenever I see this card, even though this particular deck, the Queen of the Moon Oracle, is not associated to specific signs, I always think of Libra when I see this because it has that nice balance feeling. It just looks like a Libra card. It does. Going into the future, as we go through this new moon cycle, this next 2 weeks, we have new moon in Gemini. Communication is key. It totally is. This is our Mercury ruled sign. We have that Mercury retrograde in your sign, Libra. So I would say what you say is just as important as holding back from certain things that you might want to say, but you're like, you know what? It's a retrograde. I'll wait for better timing. It might not be the right time to say every single thing that's on your mind. Be discerning. Be discerning about what and how you communicate. That's very important going forward. That is part of walking your path. I feel, Libra, that this particular reading for you is definitely about walking your path, walking your talk, going to this next level. That's that North Lunar Node. It's like it's time for you to go to the next level. And it's not that being down here was bad, but up here is even better. And once you've learned the cycles and the, energies from the last position, you're like, all right, I'm ready to go. I feel like you're getting a level up here with this new moon in your sign. Let's get an inspiration card for you guys. See, happy times. This is definitely such a Libra reading. The festival creates an energetic blueprint for fantastic parties or events. Libra, you might be having a party or event simply because it is your birthday month. But to me, this also creates that sort of those opportunities for good connections, better growth, forward movement, happier times ahead. It's more social energy, which Libra loves, but I feel like you're connecting with better people. And even if you're not, you're putting your foot down. You're putting your foot down with those that need it. Very nice read. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and get into Scorpio. Scorpio, I hope you're doing good out there. This is a special day for you guys too. This is your ruling planet. Pluto is coming out of retrograde motion. It was retrograde for about 5 months, and so this is really bringing you out of stagnation and getting you into a greater transit of growth. This next 7 months are going to be green light ahead for you. So this is going to be your reading for today's new moon in Libra, and of course this Pluto direct. Let's see what is coming through for Scorpio, please, Spirit. Look at that, strength returning. Scorpio, stepping into your power, feeling your courage returning, feeling like you're really going to the next level. This is beautiful. So guys, I do feel, Scorpio, if you've been kind of feeling a little flat, feeling a little bit discouraged or set back or stagnant, this is bringing you out of that stagnation and bringing you into this warm, glowing reality. You're remembering how strong you really are. You're feeling more creative. You're feeling more in not just control, but in balance of your deep inner emotions, because the Strength card does deal with that. It deals with a lot of that, you know, balance between the spirit within and our physical incarnation and how we put that out into the world. Let's get into your oracle reading here, Scorpio. We're going to do past, present, future with these 2 lunar decks for you. Look at that. Ooh, yeah. Good energies coming through. Immediate past, a time to give rather than take. So new moon in Virgo. I feel like this last lunar cycle, Scorpio, interestingly enough, was the new moon in Virgo. That lines up perfectly with you. So last month, that's what we had. And I do feel like you gave a lot during that time. You were putting out a lot of your energy, resources, emotion, and care towards others. So you were definitely doing a lot of giving, a lot of generous work. And on top of that, yes, I feel like, whew, you know, that resilience card makes me think about the 10 of Wands in the tarot. It really does. Because to me, this feels like ends of burdensome cycles. And resilience also speaks to that strength card, like you're stronger than you know. Like you might feel like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to get this done. I don't know how I'm going to complete that project. I don't know how I'm going to finish this class, whatever it is that you've got going on. And you've been giving so much of yourself. But this is a beautiful card that really tells you you're stronger than you think. You've overcome it, Scorpio, and now you're stepping into, here's the present energy of the Libra new moon. Don't let your past hold you back. The lunar south node. This is your past incarnations, past lives, past karmic experiences, burdens, lessons, right? And so any of that you might feel some residual heaviness around, or that might have made you feel like you couldn't do things in the past, that's shifting up in a big, big way for you starting today. Look at that. Just like Libra had this card too, the path. And it's so much connected with going to the next level. Going to the next level, my Scorpios, absolutely, because you're leaving one realm of existence for the next one. And it's really just a matter of walking up that ladder. It's just one more little trek up that hill, just like that resilience card. And there you go into the next level of experience. And also, I just got to point out, it's a number 8 here. It's a number 8, right? It's a number 8. And Scorpio, not only are you the 8th sign, but the 8th card in the tarot is the strength card. This is some resilience. This is some strong leveling up energy, and really some personal balance coming in here. I feel like a lot of my Scorpios are going to be experiencing this thing where, you know, because you guys have the most intense emotions, you do. And so it's like you're balancing those intense emotions and learning how to put them into more healthy practice as you go forward. Into the immediate future here, Scorpio, hold your vision. Fixed moon, you are a fixed sign, which does make you stubborn, but it also makes you awesome because you just don't give up. And this is telling you don't give up. Whatever those dreams, those hopes, those ambitions that you've been really fixed upon and you've really had your heart set on, don't give them up. You have come to, I feel like, a next plateau. Like you've gone to the next level. And that in itself may present a whole new set of lessons to learn and things that you've got to do. But it's taken you up to this next level. So don't give up, persevere, stick with your dreams, stick with your vision here, Scorpio. Yes, and look at this. Step into your power. I love it. The Queen of the Moon card. Probably the most powerful card of this deck coming out, because to me that's like, it's the same. It's all the same, Scorpio. You stepping into your power. Look at that. Very similar energy across the board. Hold your vision. Stand in your strength. Do not give up. You have that sovereign energy and power. You know what you want. You know where you want to go. Don't let anybody tell you what you can't do, because boy, once you're in your power, Scorpio, there is nothing you can't do. You are an unstoppable force. You are the most powerful sign of the zodiac. And anybody that's a naysayer or had been holding you back in any way is going to learn that you don't do that to Scorpio. Let's get an inspiration card for you. The Philosopher's Stone. Ooh, Scorpio. Powerful manifestation of wishes and goals by harnessing universal energy. Ooh, I love this reading for you guys. This feels like such a powerful manifesting couple weeks, and honestly also the next 7 months as we go into your ruling planet coming out of that retrograde cycle. I feel like you're going to make some big breakthroughs. That's what this feels like to me. It's like you've been sitting and waiting and working and putting all that effort out into it, and it's like finally the floodgates start to open. I love it. All right, let's get into Sagittarius next. Sagittarius, I hope you are doing great. You guys are also getting a green light this month. Jupiter will be going direct in your sign on the 17th, so just hang in there just a little bit longer. It's going to be coming up for you. This is going to be all about today's new moon in Libra. Let's see what's going on for Sagittarius in this next couple weeks and what moves beyond for you as we go into this new moon cycle. Dear angels, dear beings of light, guardians and ancestors, please show us what we've got for Sagittarius. We have well-being coming back in, Saggy. So if you've been, dealing with stress, not feeling the greatest, whatever that is, whether it's, physical health, mental and emotional health and well-being, whatever that is, I feel like this is bringing a time of restoration, healing, relaxation. There she is laying down in the field, getting grounded under that beautiful moon. I feel like that's very strongly coming through for you guys. This is a time of restoration, rejuvenation, and just feeling a lot more balanced. A new moon in Libra is about new balance and new equilibrium and harmony being restored into our lives. So let's see what we have for you in your lunar cards. We're going to pull Lunar Oracle from 2 different decks for you. Very nice. Some similar patterns and energies are coming through already in these reads, guys. I'm just going to point that out. Immediate past, Don't let your past hold you back. The South Lunar Node coming in. This is the representation in your chart, your astrology chart, of past incarnations, past lessons, karma, and baggage. And so I feel that this past cycle, you actually are letting go of some things that traditionally were big barricades or big blockages for you. So I feel like you've overcome some things over this last month's cycle. Let's get a clarifier on this. See what this is about. Ooh, and this has been something that has held you back from being really in your power, Sagittarius. So I feel like you have moved past some really old blockages, baggage that maybe was keeping you down, keeping you from feeling like you were really able to be as powerful as you know that you can be. Right in the center, present energy of this new moon tonight is the new moon in Virgo. So it's a time to give rather than to take. I would say that it's time to let go of things rather than to try to bring more in. So I would say, as this next 2 weeks unfolds for you, Sagittarius, instead of trying to initiate new beginnings or start new projects, it's a better time to wrap up old energies, put certain things to rest. If you've got stuff in your garage, for example, that just needs to go, it's time to let it go, right? That's really what this feels like. It's that whole, it's more blessed to give than to receive kind of energy. So the more that you do that, the happier you're going to be, the more at peace you're going to be. This could also, because Virgo is a beautiful healing energy, just like that well-being card. I love the synchronicities we're seeing tonight. Really, really great. You know, and the Virgo new moon was our last lunar cycle. Tonight is the new moon in Libra, right? But you're getting this from the, you know, new moon in Libra tonight. So I feel like this healing energy is really important. So important for you here, Virgo. Not Virgo, sorry, Sagittarius. But this is a healing transit, and it might also be something that really encourages you to let go of anything that's causing physical stress, because it is a healing card. It is a healing energy. So if you're, you know, if you're just working yourself to the bone, Sagittarius, or maybe you've taken on too much and you're kind of realizing it and it's having a detrimental effect on your mental or physical health, it might be time to just, you know, start to simplify. Let's get a clarifier, please. Yes, it's a self-reflection time. That's what I feel. This is a more passive, more gentle energy coming in with the new moon in Libra for you here, guys. Because self-reflection is really saying, I'm going to take a little time. I'm going to look at my routines. I'm going to look at my personal cycles, because that is definitely the Virgo energy. And it's really time to say, what's best for me as I go forward, looking from the inside out and the outside in. You also might want to look at your daily habits with the Virgo energy. The next 2 weeks, pay attention to what you're eating, how much water you're getting, if you're sleeping well, all those, you know, those good physical habits. Going into the immediate future, we have communication is key with the new moon in Gemini. So Sagittarius, I'm going to tell you the same thing that I told Libra, because they had this card in the immediate future position too. So I'm going to tell you, especially for you, Sagittarius, because I have an old joke with actually many of my Sagittarian friends about how they have foot in the mouth disease. Y'all are very truthful. You're very open, which is a beautiful thing. It's, you know, if you want the unvarnished truth, ask a Sagittarius. They will tell you. But the thing about that is sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it, and you can really hurt or offend people by what you say. And if you just adjust it, or you're a little bit more discerning about how you say it, it's going to get you a lot further. So communication is key. Sagittarius, this next couple of weeks, you know, next month, I would say, especially with this Mercury retrograde, just take a little bit of time and discern what you're saying before you say it. Let me get into a clarifier for this card. Oh, and I like this one here. This is wonderful advice. Gratitude on top of that. So communication is key, and we have gratitude. So Sagittarius, the next couple weeks especially, express gratitude to everyone that you feel that for. Whether it's a friend, a parent, a love partner, whoever it is that you just, maybe it's like you have that gratitude for them, but you don't always think to say it. This is the time to just say it. Thank you so much for all you've done for me. I really appreciate you, whatever it is. Let's get an inspiration card for you. This is such a good read. And the air energy, look at that, same mental energy, beautiful. Work with the element of air to cut through to the core of a situation and see the truth. Yes. And like I said, Sagittarius, I think you're one of the most truthful signs of the whole zodiac. Like I said, if you want the truth, ask the Sagittarius, because they're going to tell you. They're going to tell you exactly what they're thinking, what they're feeling. But they won't pull any punches. So if you don't want, if you don't want that unvarnished truth, you might want to ask a Pisces or someone who will sugarcoat it just a little bit for you. Oh, look, we've got trolls. Oh, goodness. We've got them, guys. Let's get our peaky dragons on it. Snap, snap. They're so funny. Oh my goodness. Yep. Yep. Landon, I don't know if you're a troll or not, but if you are interested in a reading, all my info is down below in the description box. Thank you, Mello. Troll intermission. Yeah, we're having a little fun. We're playing Whack-A-Troll for a second. I don't know you, Midwest, so no, I'm not going to mod you. I'm sorry. I need to get to know you a little bit better before I create that. I don't do that. This is kind of interesting. It is. It's Whack-A-Troll. Get your wrenches out, y'all. Sometimes they're really funny. Yeah. No. We got, as Gwen would say, we're playing a little bit of the Jeopardy music as we do this. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Y'all rock. We're doing it. We're good. I don't think I've ever had an evening like this. I don't think I've ever. We get them, sure. But I think this is like one of those little trolley tidal waves. Well, Kamala Harris is a dragon, and so am I. So you can assume what you want about that. We both have a crazy laugh, and we both like to breathe fire, so get ready. Definitely not single danger. Yep, David, you got to put your Peaky Dragon hat on and get the shotgun coming out. That's up. This is really entertaining. I wonder how much longer we'll be doing this. This is amusing. I'm kind of enjoying the insanity a little bit. Trolls are good luck, folks. I will always say it. My darling Jacqueline, she always says that too. Trolls are good luck, because if you are not doing anything worth being paid attention to, you know, get him, David. Yeah, we don't know who you are. Any of these new, like, super new names that are coming in, I don't trust them. Like, if I haven't seen them in here before, when this kind of thing happens, it's like I just ban them off of the channel. It's fine. Just hide them on the channel. I know your Old Testament, David. Fire was fire and brimstone. Bring down the wrath. All right, guys. I think most of them have taken a break. It's pretty funny. Thanks, trolls. Have a good night. All right, we're gonna go on with Capricorn, because Capricorns know how to kick some trolls off their mountain. You know, there's that old story about the three billy goats gruff, and there's the trolls that live under the bridge, and the three goats are always trying to get across the bridge, and they keep having to deal with the trolls. That's a great story, actually. It's an excellent old folk tale. I don't know how old that is, but I remember that as a kid. The three billy goats gruff dealing with the trolls at the troll bridge. Yeah, because the goats were like, we need to get across the bridge, and the trolls kept harassing them. But the goats, I think, really took care of them and just kicked them around and was like, get out of here. Hey there, Nancy. Good to see you. I'm glad you're not a troll. We just had a huge onslaught of them. So Capricorn, oh my goodness, good news for you. Not only is it the new moon in Libra tonight, but also Pluto is at 24 degrees of Capricorn, your sign right now, and it is going into direct motion after a 5-month retrograde. I think that's very good news for Capricorns and for Scorpios. And next week, your ruling planet Saturn is going direct as well. So I feel like there's a lot of good forward energy, a lot of coming out of stagnation for our Capricorns on the way. Let's get into your cards. We're going to get some themes and key energies going on for Capricorn for the next couple weeks. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, let's show us Capricorn. What is coming up for them for this new moon in Libra and Pluto direct? Ah, the truth shall be revealed, Capricorn. Oh, on so many levels. Speak the truth. Be willing to hear the truth, right? It might not always be pretty, but it's better to know the truth. The truth will set you free, Capricorn. You will know what to do if you've been having questions, concerns, any confusion, and you've really been looking for clarity, and you feel like you just have had a hard time getting to the answers. There we are. There we are. It's going to start opening up in a big way for you. And it might also just be feeling the truth of your own self being revealed. Because sometimes all of us do it. Sometimes we pretend that we want a certain thing or that we're okay with a certain thing when we're really not. So it's good to just take that time. Look within, Capricorn. You're going to get the answers that you need. Let's get into some oracle cards. We're going to be using 2 lunar oracle past, present, future layout for you. Yes, they do. Oh, I like it. All right, Capricorn, first card from this immediate last month. This is the cycle you've been working through. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus, very nice earthy energy. I feel like this past month for a lot of my Capricorns has been a big month of manifestation, practical plans getting put on the ground, manifesting things that were really, really important for you And, you know, there could have been a little bit of a love connection to that too, because Taurus is Venus ruled. Let's get a clarifier on that. And I feel like, you know, Capricorn, you already know this. Like, you're all about, you know, you've got the dream, but you also have the ability to make something happen from the idea. It's very rare that a Capricorn has an inspiration or idea and they don't figure out a way to manifest it. They're really, really good at that. And it's going to bring you so much peace. Like, it's really important to work towards peaceful resolutions, peaceful goals, right? It's like, as you learn to manifest and you greater manifest these things, you want to do it in a way that brings you greater peace, that doesn't stress you out, because Capricorn, you can overwork like nobody's business. Capricorns, oh, we do. We overwork. And so I feel like sometimes that really stresses you out. And I feel like you've kind of been learning this major lesson this past month, that doing that work towards your goals and your dreams doesn't have to stress you out quite so bad. It's okay if you take a few extra naps. It's okay if you don't work your little goat tail off every single day, right? That's a big lesson for the goat. Right in the center, present energies. We've got work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. And you know, next month is our new moon in Scorpio, but you're already bringing that energy through for our new moon in Libra tonight. So Capricorn, this might be, I'm just saying, okay? Love the synchronicities tonight, truth, and work through your fears, okay? Be very honest. Be very honest about what it is that you're afraid of. You might even want to write it down, meditate on it, and set that list on fire. Seriously, like, that's a thing that I would do. I would totally do that. I'm going to do that because I'm a Capricorn. That just sounds like a good idea. Write down your list of whatever your fears are, whatever it is that you're concerned about. Be very unflinchingly honest about that. And then work through those things. And then you might just want to set fire to that list and just be like, fears aren't going to hold me back anymore. Beautiful. And I really actually feel that with this Scorpio card coming up, Capricorn, that's a very positive alignment for you. Scorpio creates a sextile to Capricorn, which is opportunities, doors opening up, better, better offers coming through for you. So I feel like, you know, getting further into the end of the month, this is going to feel even better to you. It's just going to be very deep. It's going to really give you some new revelations about yourself. It's a lot of healing, a lot of deep emotional and psychological healing. Let's get a clarifier on that Scorpio card. Yes, and it does take willpower, Capricorn, because you do tend to be the kind of sign that even when you're afraid of something, you tend to just push it away and just keep going. But this is really saying that in order to really heal from the inside out and not have this stuff be blockages for you, it takes willpower, it takes drive, it takes determination to really face it down. This could be also a great next couple weeks or month ahead where counseling and therapy are really, really helpful, because Scorpio is a psychological counselor. It really gets down to the deep heart of the matter. This is really, you know, revealing the layers, pulling back the layers, getting to the deep truth. Leo energy in the immediate future. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Oh, Capricorn. Capricorns can be like quietly prideful. We're weird that way. Like, we're not big and boastful so much like Leo, but if you step on us or you question our work, or, you know, oh, it'll bring out, you will get a headbutt from the goat. You really will. Like, that's a thing. So you might want to just watch a little bit, Capricorn. Try to tap into healthy self-worth and confidence rather than negative ego or pride, okay? You might be roaring like a lion over this next month's cycle, Capricorn. Make sure that you're roaring with passion and creativity instead of egotistical arrogance. That's very important. Acceptance is a huge key to this. It's going to help you a lot. Accept the differences that you have between you and others. Accept your own shortcomings or things about you that maybe you don't always like the most. But acceptance is a huge key to success, because I think many times Capricorns have a their way or the highway attitude. Like, we really do think like we're always right. And I hate to say it, a lot of times we are right. I saw somebody's reading the other day and she said Capricorns are a know-it-all, and she said unfortunately a lot of times they really do know it all. Like, they know a lot, you know, so it's really hard for us to not push our agenda or push our knowledge, because we do have quite a bit of it, but we also have to accept that others are where they are in their journey too, and that can be tough. That can be really tough. So it is a key of acceptance, and in keeping our little goat ego in check, because we do kind of think we know it all. We do. Let's get an inspiration card on this for you, Capricorn. Goddess energy, Capricorn. Healing that divine feminine energy. These lunar cycles are a big deal for you. Waxing, full, and waning, right? There's those lunar cycles. It's a big deal. And Capricorn, I think sometimes you can be... Capricorn's an interesting sign. Capricorn is a feminine sign, but it's ruled by a very masculine planet, which is Saturn. And so many times... even for lady Capricorns, we can be so masculine. We're like, I mean, we have ambition just as much as any man or masculine aligned person. We really do. And so sometimes, boy, we just need to soften it up a little bit, lighten it up a little bit, because we're so driven. We're so driven. Hiking up that mountain. We are so driven. Holy goodness. I can definitely beat up on myself a little bit. I mean, Capricorns, we're just a really weird sign. We're a little weird, but we're awesome. We are. I wouldn't want to be in any other sign. I love being a Capricorn because we are very stable, even though we're kind of crazy and we can get really melancholy, but we're very hardworking and we really mean what we say, and we're very devoted, very dedicated. We don't, we just don't back down. And even if something takes a while, we're going to get there. Like, if we give our word, we say we're going to do something, we freaking do it. We have great follow through. So, GOAT team! There's a reason why GOAT stands for greatest of all time. Gotta blow my own horn here. All right, Aquarius, let's get into your reading. Aquarius, you are amazing. This, I think, is going to be a very positive cycle for you as this new moon in Libra approaches and arrives tonight. It's going to be good stuff. It's going to be good stuff. Because this is a trine to your sign. We are in Libra season, which trines your energy, and it really does bring the positivity and power to make those big breakthroughs that are very good for you, because this is a free-flowing energy. Trines are very supportive. Let's see what we've got. Dear Spirit, what is coming up for Aquarius in this new Moon Libra cycle as Pluto also turns direct? Boundaries are coming in, Aquarius. Libra had a little bit of that message too. What are your boundaries in life? What will you accept, not accept? That's very, very strong coming up for you. I'm an Aquarius rising. I've definitely felt my boundaries being tested this last couple days. Absolutely. Absolutely, Aquarius. It's time. If somebody's pushing you to move faster than you can or want to or feel comfortable with, it's time to put your foot down. Not in a mean way, but just to say, look, this is what I'm doing. This is what, my timing is. And if you want my respect, you have to give it back to me too, right? It's a two-way street. And Aquarius, you can be a very generous sign. Like, you really want to help everyone. You want to make the world a better place. But sometimes you've really got to take care of yourself first. Let's get into your lunar oracle tonight. I love it. Yes, what a beautiful reading already. Immediate past. Over this last month's time, we had the North Node stepping out of your comfort zone. I feel like a lot of my Aquarians have been very brave. You really took a leap of faith. You've done some big things because the North Lunar Node is that position in our astrology chart that shows us where we're meant to go. Not where we've come from, not what we've been processing, but where we're meant to go next. What our true life's journey and purpose is all about. So I feel like you've really made a good positive step to get to where you're truly meant to be. Like you're on the right path. Whenever I see that, I feel like, yep, you're on the right path. And especially if you can say, yeah, I took a leap of faith. I did what where my heart was really led. You're on the right track then. And if you haven't done it yet, you got to, right? You got to. It's time to jump. And you are protected. Oh my goodness, Aquarius. Go watch your October monthly reading that I posted, because protection and patience were key words for you. You're very protected, and Spirit has really got your back. Even if you felt kind of vulnerable, even if you feel kind of nervous or scared, this protection energy is coming in so big for you. It really is. So don't be afraid. Even if you feel afraid, or even if you feel kind of nervous about some things right now, or in the past, you're doing the right thing. You're definitely doing the right thing. And sometimes, yeah, going outside of the comfort zone can make us feel really vulnerable. It's just the way it is. That's normal. In the immediate present, right now, new moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead. This is what you're bringing in for this new moon in Libra. So I feel like money is sound, prosperity is good. You don't need to worry too much about abundance. Even if things feel kind of tight right now, it's going to start opening up. And of course, that Taurus energy is about making a practical plan, right? It's not about just thinking about it. It's about, taking the steps. Taurus is a slow moving sign. So take it one step at a time here. Don't rush. That patience energy for you this month was very strong, Aquarius. It's like the more you try to rush, the slower it's going to get. So just take it one day at a time. Get as much done each day as you can, and don't sweat it. It's all going to unfold. Look at that, the Peace card. This card's coming out a lot, and that makes me happy because this card makes me think of Libra energy. Even though this deck is not particularly aligned to signs or tarot, it's an oracle deck. But look at that Peace card. And I'll tell you the same thing that I said for Capricorn, because they had the full moon in Taurus with this Peace card on top of it. And it's that feeling of, how do you want to get there? This reminds me of my dad, who was an Aquarius. Do you want to get there the easy way or the hard way? So you can get there both ways. You will get there. You can either stress yourself out and drive everyone crazy around you and have a miserable time getting there, or you can take it one day at a time. Don't stress yourself or others out. You're going to have a much more fun time getting there, and guess what? You'll still get there. Do you want to do it the easy way or the hard way, Aquarius? Do you want to do it the peaceful way or the way? The snarly way. Going to the future, we got your powerful energy coming through. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius energy. So I feel like you're really stepping into not only your personal power, but also into kind of a new facet of yourself, a new dynamic of yourself that maybe you haven't completely explored yet. And it's reminding you, because Aquarius, you can be that air sign that gets very emotionally detached, very much in your head. But this is really reminding you, bring more love, bring more emotion, bring more kindness into this next month's time. Let's get into an oracle on top of this. These are great. This is a really nice reading. Yes. And look at this. It's that old adage of you attract more with honey, right? With sweetness and kindness. Look at that supermoon. When you bring more love and more compassion and kindness into your life's journey and walk and your interaction with others, they want to get closer to you. It brings that attraction, the supermoon. And it also brings their feelings for you to the surface, right? If they've been shy or not talking so much about, you know, their feelings for you very much. Boy, when you turn on the kindness and you show them the love that you have for them in your heart, it's going to attract all those good things to you so much quicker. Let's get an affirmation on this for Aquarius, please. Time to shine. Yes, Aquarius, bring your best qualities to the surface. Creates the energetic resonance for golden opportunities. I feel like there's a lot of good things waiting for you right around the corner here. Just remember, be patient, be kind, be fearless, be firm about what works for you and what doesn't work for you. You know, work to bridge the gaps, work to reach across the aisle, as it were. Really nice. All right, let's get into Pisces. How's my fishies? How's my fishy fish folk? My little mermaids and mermen. Very magical time of the year for us Pisces. It really is. This is going to be your reading for our new moon in Libra tonight and Pluto turning direct. Let's see what Spirit is bringing out for my beautiful Pisces. Empowerment. Yes. Oh, my Pisces folks. And you know, I can feel this one. I really can, because I have Venus in Pisces. My progressed sign is in Pisces. I'm a very fishy Capricorn. I'm a very Piscean Capricorn. And so I feel this empowerment card really beautifully here, guys. Pisces, this is going to be a time, I think the next 2 to 4 weeks especially, you're really stepping into your own power. You really are. You're embracing so much more of your strength, your awareness, the ability to direct your life well. You don't feel scared anymore. You just feel like, you know what? I don't need to worry about what anyone says about me. I don't need to, you know, feel less than anyone else. I know what I'm doing. I know where I'm going. There's going to be certain things, certain offers, certain people that are just going to build you up, and you're going to build yourself up too. This is a beautiful card. Let's get into some oracle for you, Pisces. We're doing past, present, and future layout with both the Moonology and the Queen of the Moon decks. Ooh, this is wild. Let me shuffle again and see what happens. Those were like the exact same cards and the exact same layout that Aquarius had. Oh my goodness. Okay. I mean, you might be bringing some of that through. But I'm going to knock these and shuffle them just one more time, just to make sure. Because if the same ones come again twice, I'm like, okay, that's what it is. Okay, there's still some similar energy. Interesting, guys. You and Aquarius might have some common stuff going on. All right, immediate past position is the new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra, which is actually what we're in right now. So I think that you've already been getting ready for this energy, Pisces. I think that you've already been kind of feeling this vibration, because like I said, a new moon in Libra does bring up new romantic opportunities, new opportunities to either meet somebody that's great for you or to heal and repair an ongoing relationship, right? It's a very nice, balanced kind of feeling. It's very romantic. And you may have already stepped into that for yourself. This past month may have really opened up some kind of big love energy. Some of you might have gotten married. Some of you might have had, you know, a really great couple first dates. And I think even if that hasn't happened yet, Pisces, it's like the decks are really being cleared for new love, for new people coming in, for some great connection that just makes you feel so good. Yes. this, and it has so much to do with self-reflection, right? I feel like a lot of this is born out of you really looking within, you know, doing that back and forth reflection work. Look at that. And Pisces, you are a dual sign, right? You know, we have the one fish that's in that spirit world, and then we have the other fish that kind of keeps it anchored into the here and now, into the present. So I really do feel that this is coming about as a result of you doing a lot of reflective work and really looking at yourself in a very truthful way. For the new moon in Libra, the present energy coming in for you guys was show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. Ooh, so I feel that this is really about you. Again, I'm liking the synchronicities in these reads tonight. Empowerment and show the world the real you, Pisces. You're being very guided to be very upfront and authentic about who you are out in the world. That's something I'll say about Aquarius, is usually they're not too afraid to show people all aspects of themselves, whether they're crazy, funny, nutty, whatever it is. Aquarius is my rising sign, so I've never been afraid to like just be myself in front of people. And so I think what this is bringing to you is this very unabashed, uninhibited, I'm going to show you who I really am. Take it, leave it, love it, hate it, but this is me. That's it, Pisces. That's what's coming through for you on this. And honestly, I've always said that you might as well be yourself, because, you know, people are going to get to know the real you eventually. It's better if they know right away who you really are, because the people that love you for you are going to stick around. The ones that don't need to be in your life anyway. So look at this. Look at this. We have the growth card on top of this, the waxing crescent. So it's, again, we are entering that waxing crescent. It's building. You're growing in your confidence about who you really are, what you really want, and being very unafraid to put that out to the world. Here we go, Pisces. Full moon in Leo. I like the balance, the Aquarius-Leo dynamic, because those are the polarity. And so, yeah, don't let pride get in the way. Whether it's your pride, I feel like this is probably more other people's pride, to be honest. You might be dealing with some people who have a lot of pride, arrogance, are a little bit puffed up. Most Pisces are not that way. Most Pisces have this very modest, kind of self-effacing attitude, so it's not generally something I would attribute to your sign. If you are dealing with some negative ego, check it at the door. Instead, embrace healthy self-confidence and worth, right? But you might have to step up to some people if they are being, you know, bullies or kind of pushing you around, or using their pride to try to get what they want. I don't think they're gonna, you know, make it happen, because you're empowered. Like you're feeling that this month more than ever. And I feel like if anybody tries to like push you around or use their ego to get something out of you, it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work, right? Because your emotions are running high. We've got that super moon, we got that attraction, and I just feel like when you come from this really honest, beautiful, creative place that's all heart, you attract great people. But yeah, you might also be attracting some what do we want to call them? Yeah, those. Let's get an inspiration for Pisces, please. Yes, look at this fire element coming out, Pisces. It's time for you to embrace your enthusiasm. The element of fire heralds new life, renewed passion, and positive transformation. It is also, again, your confidence, your self-esteem, your self-worth coming up and feeling so much better about yourself. And I feel like, you know, if you're dealing with some fiery, arrogant personalities, they're not going to be able to hold anything over you. No, no. You're going to really come up. You're going to come up and step up. Beautiful. Beautiful read. All right. Next half, guys. We got the first half, Aries, Libra through Pisces done. Now we are on to Aries through Virgo. All right, Aries, let's see what we've got. I love this Aries card. Look at how the colors like match really nicely with my background. It's so perfect. It's a very beautiful autumn, warm, orange, fiery colors. So Aries, this is for your new moon in Libra reading tonight. Very, very awesome new energy coming in. So dear Spirit, dear angels, let's see what we have for our beautiful Aries for this new moon in Libra of 2021. We also have Pluto moving direct. Let's see what's coming through for you guys. Oh, sorry, I gotta get the keyword first. Get the keyword first for Aries. Ooh, and we're coming through with the card of beauty here, Aries. It is about beautification, making yourself feel good from the inside out, whatever it is that you need to do to beautify yourself, your mind, your surroundings. It could be time for, you know, a new haircut, a little bit of a makeover. Could be time to really, you know, redecorate your room or move some things around to just make it feel more aesthetic and pleasing to you. Let's get into your oracle cards. Wow, Aries, I like it. Immediate past. Full moon in Capricorn, the end of a tough cycle approaches. So I would say for Aries, this has been a bit of a month. Like, you guys have been doing some work. Hasn't been the easiest. You might have felt like I am climbing the last of this darn Capricorn mountain, but it's getting better, right? Because this is the end of challenging cycles, tough times, things that were kind of driving you crazy. Yeah, and it coming to fruition, coming to a really, right, a good outcome, very much. Like, you might feel like, yeah, I went through a really hard, challenging cycle of time, but that harvest moon is coming out here. We got that coming up in 2 more weeks after this cycle of the new moon. So fruition is coming, harvest is coming, good things are a result of all that hard work you've been doing. Right in the center, the present energy for you, Aries, is the full moon in Cancer. So we got that Capricorn Cancer dynamic, a personal issue reaching resolution, something that you had, again, worked for very strongly. I just feel like this last month for Aries was kind of tough. Like, it really, there were some things both professionally and personally that you've been working through quite a bit. And I feel like, you know, what's coming in with this new energy is that things are starting to get moving again. Things are starting to get turning. I will also say that I feel this is a little bit of a challenging month in some ways because Mars, your ruling planet, is in Libra all this month, and Mars is not greatly expressed in Libra. It just isn't, because Libra is much more passive. It's much more gentle in its energy, and Mars is not. It's much more forward direct. And I feel like my Aries are going to feel a lot better as we go into next month. It'll just feel a little bit more dynamic, like get up and go. Let's get a clarifier on this Cancer card for you. Yes, just focus here, Aries. Focus on whatever issues are at hand, right? Don't try to force anything into being. Just focus on things one day at a time. This is really transforming the way that your mind works. The butterfly over the third eye. So I really feel like you're seeing those personal and professional issues from a different mind point, a different viewpoint, mind point. Yeah, mindset. One of those words. And that's what that feels like to me. There's a real transformation of the mind going forward. You might feel a little more focused and a little less distracted. It'd be like very laser-like focus on certain things. Going into the immediate future, we have the new moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than to take. And so Aries, you know what that means. It's time to let some things go. It's time to release. It's time to review your personal health habits and work on your own well-being as well. Release anything that's been stressing you out. and make some changes as necessary, because we have the assessment card, right? This next couple weeks is really going to be about that. It's going to be about, I need to look into the future. I need to see what's good to release. What do I take and what do I leave behind as I go to this next cycle of my life? Take good care of yourself. With the beauty card and that Virgo new moon, I feel like it is a good time to take care of yourself. Not in any, you know, big puffed up sort of like, oh, look how awesome I am way, even though you are awesome, Aries. It's more just attending, you know, to your well-being, to what's going to make you feel good. All right, let's get an inspiration card for Aries. The Tree of Life. Yes, true wisdom and making good choices in life here, Aries. Yes. Yeah. I do feel like you're making good ones. You've been through a lot, though. You've learned a lot of lessons. You've learned a lot of lessons along the way these days. All right, getting into Taurus. Taurus, how are you doing? This is going to be your new moon in Libra 2021 reading. We're going to be looking at whatever energies are coming through for you on this evening, the new moon in our sign of Libra. And we do as well have Pluto moving direct in Capricorn tonight. I think that's good. That's very good for especially our later degree Taurus folks. You're really going to feel that. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors. Let's see what we have for Taurus for Libra's new moon and Pluto direct of 2021. Love to see it. I love to see it. Oh my goodness. Prosperity for a prosperous, abundant sign. Taurus, you are all about prosperity. And boy, that shower of abundance is really coming through in this card here for you. So, you know, for any of my Taurians that have been maybe working really hard, but feeling like they haven't gotten ahead all that much, this next 2 to 4 weeks could be a very strong turning point for you. I like that very much. Let's get into, yeah, and Jupiter is moving direct to you later this month, our prosperity planet. Let's get into some oracle for you. Let's see what we got for Taurus. I love it. Oh, Taurus, get going. This is a good read. Blue moon, believe in the impossible. So this last month's cycle, I feel like your faith has probably been really challenged, right? It's like, it's sort of like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if things are ever coming through for me. But it's really reminding you, Taurus, whatever you have been dealing with, whatever you've been facing down over this last month's cycle, don't stop believing. Don't stop having faith that things can turn around really powerfully for you. And you might have already had some kind of magical experiences this last month too with that blue moon. And look at this. Oh, same position that Aries had actually in their read with this fruition, this harvest moon. So I feel like for you, Taurus, with that prosperity card, again, we've got some great synchronicities going on, the prosperity and the fruition. I feel like whatever it is that you've been working on this past month, it really has this great potential of coming full circle and stepping into better prosperity, better abundance, more stability. But you really do have to stay in that positive mindset and energetic alignment, which can be challenging at times. Let's face it, it really can be. Right in the center, what's coming through for you in this new moon in Libra, luck is on your side with the new moon in Sagittarius, which I love to see as well, because I just feel like this is that wheel of fortune kind of turning in your favor, moving forward with greater luck, with greater success. Don't lose track of where it is that you want to go, right? With that arrow, it's like aim true, Taurus. Don't divert from what it is that you really want. You also might be opening up some new opportunities as you go into this next couple weeks to 4 weeks. There might be some new jobs or some new things that you've got your eye on, you know, because that Sagittarius energy, it shoots a lot of arrows to get to the right thing that it wants. And it does take some willpower on your side, Taurus. When I see this on top of it, it's not just about spirit or the universe dropping opportunities in your lap, right? It's not just about that. It's you also making this determination with your willpower and your strength that you will kind of make your luck happen too, right? It's sort of like, it's not only about, you know, spirit interceding, the divine interceding and giving us good things. It's also about us making the determination that we're going to seek those good things out and not ignore the opportunities and those doors when they open for us. It is very much about action for you, Taurus. If you've been feeling complacent or you just kind of haven't been feeling very motivated, this is really set here to light a little fire under you. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries, that's what's coming up in the future. That's the way that this plays out. So you definitely need to be willing to jump, to move, to create the action. Don't wait for others necessarily to get it going for you. You've got to be that little firebrand yourself here. Acceptance. And you might want to accept help if somebody wants to help you, right? Because when you embrace that kind of Aries leadership kind of energy, that initiator, people want to help. They're like, oh, Taurus, what can I do to help you get further? What can I do to help you grow and expand? So let's get into an inspiration card for you. The Mystic Star, yeah. Harmony in the home and great friendships. I absolutely believe it. I believe it. This is a great reading for that. I feel like you've got the ability to not only initiate action and get moving on your own, but I feel like you're going to attract help to your side as you start doing that. It's a really nice read. But if money's been tight for you, Taurus, I don't think it's going to stay that way forever. Not with those cards. Thanks for all the compliments on my shirt. It's old. I should say vintage. I'm not old, I'm vintage. It's from the 90s. Yes, it's going to make me sound old, but you know what? The clothes now aren't as good as they were then. They last longer. They lasted longer. The fabrics were better 20 years ago than they are now. It's sad. But I can absolutely say that as somebody who knows how to sew. My mom knows how to sew too, and we always talk about that, about how fabrics just keep getting cheaper and worse and they don't last. Yeah. All right, Gemini. Let's see what's happening with Gemini. I hope you guys are doing all right. We are in our Mercury retrograde, guys. I know that can be tough on you. That is your ruling sign. But we are in Libra season. We are in Libra season, and that's a very, very good alignment for you. Libra is a fellow air sign, so it creates that free-flowing trine to your sign. So let's see what we have. Let's see what we have got coming up for our Gemini folks for this new moon in Libra and Pluto moving direct in 2021. Please, Spirit, show us our fabulous Geminis. What is going to be coming out for them during this next 2 to 4 week cycle? Oof. We've got peace coming through, Gemini. Peace, be still. That's what I feel with this, because I feel like with, you know, that Mercury retrograde and there could be a whole lot of, you know, mental energy, mental busyness, stress, you know, just overthinking, overdoing going on in the mind. That's a very potential thing. But I feel like this is just saying, embrace peace. Embrace, you know, spiritual, reflective time, meditation, prayer, stillness, whatever it is that helps you to calm that mind. Let's get into your oracle. We're going to do past, present, future layout. Nice. Woo! Very nice, Gemini. I love these cards. Immediate past, full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. Yeah, this really ties, I mean, right in to this peace card. You know, it's time to release any kind of overthinking, any negative thoughts. It's time to let that go, Gemini. Don't overthink what's going on. And anything that needs to be released, I feel like you've been doing quite a lot of that over this last month cycle, because this is the past cycle. This is what's passing away. And nourishment, right? This is that really interesting message where it's like, what are you feeding your mind? What are you feeding your heart? Are you feeding yourself with good thoughts, positive affirmations? Or are you eating a bunch of spiritual junk food, right? In the center, what a great card. New moon in Capricorn. This is what's coming in presently with the Libra new moon today. This is your hard work is paying off, Gemini. So I feel like anything that you've been struggling with, anything you've been fighting for or working hard towards, it's really coming full circle this next 2 to 4 weeks. I feel like a lot of things will start to feel better. You'll feel like, oh, now I know why I had to do all that. No, now I get it. And discernment. Oh, Gemini, I feel like you're really learning. Like you're learning, you're balancing. This discernment card makes me think of Libra too. It does, because it has that it has the balance in the mind, right? The two, it's just that almost looks like the scales, you know, coming in. And so I feel like you've also really learned, Gemini, the quality and the meaningfulness of working hard towards your dreams. And I think you've also learned to come into balance with, you know, kind of that work play aspect, right? Taking time to relax, but also taking time to work towards your goals. And I think you're also embracing that discerning quality of like, not everybody is worth your time. Not every argument is worth your time, etc. Going into the future, we have your commitment is being tested, first quarter moon. So I would say over this next month cycle here, Gemini, something around a job, a relationship, something that you've been committed to is going to be tested for sure. But look, it turns out really nicely. It turns out really nicely with this power card, with the full moon. I feel like by the time the full moon rolls around in the next 2 weeks, Gemini, you're going to feel really good about where you're going. And I feel like you'll get through this test. You'll get through this challenge. And you're going to feel like, oh, I feel better. I feel back in my power. I feel like I've come full circle. Yeah, this next full moon will be really good for you. Let's get into an affirmation. The sun is coming out, Gemini. Don't you worry. Yes, the golden energy of the sun brings fame, fortune, good luck, new beginnings, greater happiness. I do feel like you're working through some things and have been. You've really kind of gone through some dark night of the soul kind of stuff. It's been some big choices. No, I'm not doing personal questions tonight, guys, for those of you who have asked. I actually have to meet a friend for dinner in just a little bit, so I'm going to try to get these next 2 done as quick as I can. Actually 3, so I really do have to move. All right. Let's get into Cancer here. Cancer, this is your new moon reading for the new moon in Libra 2021. That is coming in tonight, and we also have Pluto moving direct this evening. Both of these are really powerful and positive transits. So this is going to be all about what's coming in on this new moon for you. Dear Spirit, let's see what we have for our beautiful Cancers. Aw, we have love coming in, Cancer, for you for this new moon in Libra. So I would say that greater love connections, and greater compassion for yourself is really coming in very, very strongly. Yes. You might also want to use some rose quartz during this next couple weeks, because that card just looks and feels like a rose quartz to me. It truly does. Let's get into your oracle. We're going to do past, present, future in there. I like this. Yeah. This immediate past, be bold and make the first move, the cardinal moon. And, Cancer, you are a cardinal sign. So if you've been feeling held back, if you've been feeling like you can't make those moves that you've wanted to, I feel like over this last month cycle, you've really changed that up. Like you've changed that up. Like you're really like, nope, when it comes to my next steps in life, I need to be bold. I need to speak my truth. I need to make the first move, whether it comes to a job, a relationship, etc. So you're really, I think, stepping up and embracing more of your cardinal energy here. And we've got the nourishment card on top of it. And it really is about getting what you want, Cancer. If you haven't gotten what you want in the past, it may be because you didn't make the moves that you needed or weren't bold in the way that you needed to be. So this is really saying, if I want to get what I want, I've got to be courageous, right? I've got to be fearless. And I feel like you've brought that lesson through from this past month. Right in the center, we have the prosperity lies ahead, new moon and Taurus coming in for our present energy. So Cancer, that's a beautiful card. Absolutely awesome. It's very fertile. It's very abundant. It's a great place to grow. You might be saying it's time to plant the seeds of either a new relationship, a new job, something that I've always been wanting to do. It's paving the way for greater abundance and stability for you. Look at that. Ooh, Cancer. I do feel like things are really on the up and up for you. I feel like they're really starting to come to either new beginnings, they're starting to grow, they're starting to take root, they're starting to flourish. Because we've got the flower moon card, the blossoming, that is the full moon of the Taurus season. And, this could also be saying that like by next April or May, things have really taken off, and it starts now, right? And it really gets going towards that time. But that is some strong Taurus energy. The fact that you have this love card, you could be connecting really strongly with a Taurus. That's possible for some of my Cancers. So going into the new moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation. So be kinder, be more authentic, be more open. Don't get stuck in your head. Don't get emotionally detached here, Cancer. It's very important for you to open up. Look at all this. I love the synchronicities. We got so many of them tonight. We've got the growth card on top of that. The blossoming card. Look at the similarity even in the artwork. And so, guys, I just feel like you are growing, you are flourishing one step at a time. It may not happen like super, super fast, but I feel like by, gosh, next year during Taurus season, whew, there could be some great love, some great project, some great job or pursuit that you've really stepped into, and you're just growing and loving it and putting those roots down. Let's get a affirmation for Cancer. And look at that, we've got the Sun card. Gemini had it too. I feel like this beautiful golden glow is coming out. The golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune. It also brings new beginnings, Cancer. It brings positivity, innocence, victory, and success. Very nice. All right. We got 2 more to go here, guys. Great to see Moonchild in the chat. We love having you here, sweetheart. All right, Leo. Yeah, we started with Libra tonight, so I'm ending with Virgo. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have wanted me to start with the sign of the season, so I've been doing that. All right, so Leo, let's see what we have got, guys. Our Lions and Lionesses, this is the new moon in Libra reading for 2021. Pluto is also going direct tonight, so we have got a lot of energy on the move. Those new moon cycles last about 2 weeks until the full moon. So this timeline, roughly 2 to 4 weeks. Of course, it can resonate even further out for some of you. Some of these come in with a really strong impact. So let's see what we have, please, Spirit, for Leo for this cycle. Ooh, Leo, we got the answers coming out. This reminds me a little bit of, you know, Capricorn had that truth card, right? Leo's got answers, and there's a little bit of that similar energy. It's about getting the truth, getting the answers you seek, getting the communication that you need. Feels very divinely motivated. Let's get into your oracle, past, present, future around this cycle. And you might be doing some deep spiritual digging here and diving, Leo. You really might. It's like, I feel like these answers are really culminating something strong for you. And it could also be that you're doing a lot of review with this Mercury retrograde that we're currently in. It's like you're going back, you're reviewing, you're looking at the past to get the answers that you seek. In the immediate past, we do have that Pisces full moon balancing of spirituality and practicality. So I feel like this last month has been a very spiritual month indeed for you, Leo. You've really been integrating your spiritual side with your more logical side to try to get to the answers that you seek. There it is, that answers card, right? It's really strong. And it does change your life. Woo, that thunder moon, right? That's our full moon of July. That's really in your season. And it may also point to, you know, not just this last month, but maybe during, you know, your Leo cycle, the Leo season about 2 months ago. There's been a lot of big changes made as you've integrated your spiritual life into your practical everyday life. Wow. Going into the immediate present as this new moon in Libra is with us, we have the end of a tough cycle approaching. Full moon in Capricorn. So I know it has not been easy for a lot of my Leos. I know it hasn't. And I feel like this is really, you know, Spirit kind of saying, we see you, Leo. We know you've been working hard. We know this hasn't been the easiest time. We know there's been a lot of uphill climbs and battles. We know you've had to be working hard. We know you've had to have really great discipline with yourself. So yeah, this has been big. Let's see what a clarification is on this. Wow, but you're stepping into your power here, Leo. I love it. The Sovereignty card. To me, this is the most powerful card of this particular deck. And you are such a royal, regal energy, Leo. So I feel like this is really saying that tough cycle's ending. You've gotten through all these challenges and trials and tribulations. And now it's time for you to sit on your throne. Now it's time for you to feel good about all that you've you know, accomplished, all that you've survived. That is so beautiful. Going into this next cycle, notice, Leo, all 3 of the Moonology cards I pulled for you are full moons. So I feel like in 2 weeks, the full moon that's coming up, it's a big deal for you guys. It is. It's going to be very strong. And it is that Aries full moon coming up. A fiery climax approaches with the full moon in Aries, and it is a fellow fire sign. So I feel like there's some really big new breakthroughs, big new plateaus that have been reached. Yes. That full moon in Aries is going to be with us on the 20th this month. That's going to be the 20th of October. And I feel like it's going to really open up a door where you're saying, okay, what's next? So what's next? This whole new energy is open. This whole new chance, opportunity is opened. Now I'm taking out my telescope and looking at what's coming next down the line for me. Oh my goodness. Some big breakthroughs here, Leo. I think you're going to get a lot of the answers you seek. Let's get into an affirmation on this for you. There's been so much change. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow, Leo. Breaking bad habits. Look at that. Self-acceptance, excellent mental health, and letting go of old vices, bad routines, bad cycles. This is like a little Virgo energy coming in for you, Leo. I'm serious, because, you know, Virgo's all about the habits and the routines. So this is really, it's like all your work is paying off when it comes to emotional, mental, and physical well-being. Anything that you've been doing for your health, it's paying off. It's paying off, Leo. All right, guys. We are at the end of our evening. We are doing our Virgo reading. So thank you so much for being here, guys. If you haven't done so yet, hit that like button. Hit the donate button if you're feeling like it. I'll put that out there. All right, Virgo, let's see what you have got coming up. This is your new moon reading for the Libra new moon of 2021. We also have Pluto going direct today in the sign of Capricorn. So this is going to be all about that 2-week cycle that's coming through. For some of you, this could be a cycle that even reaches beyond that. So dear Spirit, angelic guides, guardians, ancestors, let's see what we have for our beautiful Virgos. What's coming up around this new moon in Libra for them? Oh, look at this. I'm so in love with these readings tonight because I just feel like the synchronicities have really, oh my goodness, we've got the healing card, and this to me just feels like a Virgo card. It even looks like the Virgo symbology, and Virgo, you are all about healing. So new moon in Libra is really bringing you full circle. Don't forget, our last new moon cycle was in your sign. So I feel like, you know, anything that's been needing to be healed, you've probably been already kind of working with that from this last month, but you're going forward with it even stronger as we move into Libra season now. Wow. Let's get some oracle for you. Past, present, future for Virgo, please. Wow. I like this, yes. And, you know, we're starting out a little bit with the same card that Leo had in the same position, which is that full moon in Pisces, right? And so this is balancing your very practical side, Virgo, but then that flip side, your polarity is Pisces. And so that's the balance, is the, you know, the skeptic and the believer, right? And coming to the balance of those two things. It's very important for you. I feel like you've really been learning how to integrate your spiritual life and also your logical everyday life. And surrender. Oh, Virgo. That's part of what this healing process has been about for you. I guarantee, because this is surrendering that need to know. Virgo has an insatiable need to know. They want to know all the details, all the ins and outs, the what's, where, what, when, how, why, you know, why. They are all about it. And so I would say over this month's cycle, this last month, you've really come to a place of greater acceptance and surrender. And you said, you know, sometimes I can't know it all, and I just have to trust. I just have to trust in spirit. I just have to give up and say, lead me where you want me to go. Wow. Right in the center energy, what's coming in tonight, adjustments are required with the third quarter moon. So you may need to do a little bit of adjusting back and forth, Virgo. That's why I think that Pisces card came in here. And I do think that as you integrate that spiritual life into that practical life, yeah, it does take adjustments. If you're changing up your routine, changing up those old habits, and you're getting into a healing place. Let's get into a clarifier here. Wow, and a lot of this is releasing of old fears, Virgo. Wow. As you adjust this, oh my goodness, it makes way for so much less anxiety and stress. Because I know that's something that Virgos deal with. Like traditionally, that's something they deal with their sign. And so the fear card here to me is very much about, you know, as you make those adjustments, yeah, you have to face down that fear of like, oh gosh, but what if I don't have all the answers? What if I don't know everything before I move into something? And, you know, this is really, it's aligning you in a different way of thinking, a different way of feeling things out. And going into the future, look at this, the mutable moon, and you are a mutable sign. Nothing is yet set in stone. So this is reminding you, Virgo, don't stress, don't worry too much. Things are still in flux. Things are flexible. Nothing is, you know, unchangeable. You've still got time to make reviews, make adjustments. Be easy going. Be free and flowing. Let's see what we've got clarifying that. It's going to be a breakthrough, Virgo. It's going to be a breakthrough. I think as you release those old habits, it brings through greater pleasure, happiness, enjoyment of your life, right? Just gives you a less stressed out feeling. It's like, it gives you this feeling like, yes, I have room to grow. I have room to expand. I don't have to be so much on these harsh, critical time limits with myself. Not beating yourself up so much either. Let's get let's get an inspiration card on this for you. And the love charm is coming out here, guys. All right. Not always, attract a lover, soulmate, or life partner. So interestingly enough, this is kind of bringing that through for you, Virgo. It's sort of like once you've shifted up into this happier place and you allow yourself more pleasure and joy. For those of my single Virgos, it can very much bring someone to you, or it can heal an existing relationship. That is gorgeous. I still just can't get over that this was your card, that healing card. It's perfect for you. All right, guys. Wonderful evening. Thank you so much. All right, my darlings. Have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate my moderators. Thank you, Gwen, Silver Star, David. We certainly got our work cut out for us tonight. We had quite an entertaining evening earlier. Thank you so much, y'all. Hate to cut out and run, but I gotta go. Thanks so much, Sharon. Yep, I saw you in here. If I missed anybody, I apologize. But all right, let's have a great evening, guys. Looking forward to this new moon, and I will be seeing you all again very soon. Take care.